Welcome to March Madness 2021. As you can see, my name is Lenore and I am the Vice President of the theater. I just have to say, I am so glad to be able to present this online. This way, I can believe wholeheartedly that all my jokes land and you are all dying for more. So let's get the admin out of the way first and then dive right into the competition. This year, I am not telling you about emergency exits and where you can get drinks. You should already know that. But I am going to ask you to please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. It's important to subscribe tonight because if we get to 1,000 subscribers, we can start super chats, and that's a great way to donate. Also, please donate. We are a 100% volunteer run, and like all art institutions, we need money. Don't worry, we are going to survive this pandemic intact. We are not going to lose the theater, but we still have operations costs even when closed. There is a link here and in the chat that will take you to a place to donate. And that's enough about that. The KWLT would like to acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, and Neutral peoples. And we would like to thank them for the ability to live, work, and create on this traditional land. So, what the heck is March Madness, you ask? Well, in the past, we have given the same script to multiple teams and had them do set staging, lighting, costumes, makeup, music, and then judge them on all of it. And we gave them only 7 days to put everything together. It's madness. This year, we gave them a newly minted silent film. They had to write the script, do the sound effects, record the audio, source and license the music, find green screen images, figure out special effects, and do the title cards. And for this, we gave them 2 weeks. Easy peasy, right? Theater people doing tech-heavy film with lockdown restrictions. And for their efforts, they are being judged. That's right. Gary Kirkham is adjudicating the teams and will be presenting awards later in the show. So, what is your part in all of this? Well, after we watch both films back to back, you also get to judge. I mean, vote for your favorite. Don't you just love these interactional videos? Now, don't stress about remembering all this. I'll be on again after we watch the videos, and there will be links to the Google form on the screen and in the chat. You will have 7 whole minutes to vote just once for your favorite interpretation. Then refresh your drinks, go to the washroom, stretch your legs, whatever you want. When the countdown on the screen is finished, there will be a behind-the-scenes highlight reel. And then we are going to have a live Q&A with 2 of the directors and the 3 creators of the silent film. So if you have anything you want to ask or tell them, be sure to put it in the chat. All right, I think that's enough talking for now. Our first video is entitled Date Night and is directed by Jen Farmer and Dan Vangiani.
There's no better way to bring a couple together than with a romantic date.
It's only been a couple weeks,
but we're as happy as can be.
Are they leaving a surprise?
It's inside.
Is it some sort of food?
Maybe drinks, maybe booze.
Sweet.
It's just a couple blocks away.
I just wanna say it's so exciting, I can't wait
For our date.
when we kick up our feet
in an Airbnb. 'Cause we get to spend some time with someone we adore.
I have turned out the lights and I have locked the door.
We're both looking to distress.
Welcome us, we be our guests, we need a rest. We'll get away.
It'd be great to have a little time alone. We can enjoy ourselves in someone else's home.
Honey,
There's nothing in the world that I'd rather do than spend this holiday here with you.
Please be our guest and enjoy the drinks in the kitchen and food on the stove. I highly advise you to treat this house as if it were your own.
What's this? Is it money?
You dummy. We pay them.
Well, it's probably candy then. Directions to candy.
It's probably a welcome note. Oh! It's addressed to us. It is our pleasure to welcome you to the Enchanted Valentine. Sorry, Chateau. Is that really what this place is called? We sacrifice it all for your enjoyment, for an experience you will never
It's
forget.
not that nice.
There's more. This is a time for you to relax, and we hope you pamper yourself during your stay. Yours truly.
Can I read it in case?
There are no directions to candy.
It's hidden behind the TV. Okay?
You're such a gummy bear. For the last time, there's no candy. Come on.
Can I spice things up?
Well,
How about rum?
that's too cheap.
Okay, suit yourself. What about whiskey?
You know I hate Scotland.
I thought it was the Irish.
No, I wish the Irish virus fight was disguised-ish, but that doesn't mean I despised it. They're okay, I guess.
How about 2 gins, 1 cup?
No way. No.
Didn't think so, but your expression was worth carrying 4 flasks in a suit vest all day.
So classy.
Hey Gulexa, am I classy?
You probably know the answer to that question if you felt the need to ask it.
Rude. You thirsty?
Yes, but to officially kick off our staycation, I'd like to propose the toast. To our success this weekend, no matter what happens. May we enjoy it.
Ooh. I'd like to toast to maybe getting undressed with you. Ah! Can I use the washroom?
Yeah, sure. You know you can always just go to the
Right.
washroom. Well, I didn't see one on this floor, so when you go upstairs, be careful you don't stumble on the steps and fall like you did on both our first and second date, and at your house.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, honey, you won't be ready for the night I have planned for us. What did I tell you?
God, I feel like such a loser. First the flask fiasco, now the faceplant. Get a hold of yourself. Is that questionable art on the wall? I almost didn't notice it. How can you have an odd couple? A couple is 2 people and 2 is an even number.
Let
That's
this
odd.
be on your head.
You see, Classy is a song on the record player with drinks. Not a bunch of flasks in your vest pocket.
I don't get it. Is this an ad for a fuzzy planet? Why are there
My
boots?
heart
Who is Jamie?
is a void.
So weird.
Who are you? Cute. Come on, friend. Let's go get dinner ready.
I'm ready to work. Let's hop to it. Hop, hop, hop. Is that soup? Yummy.
And what do we have behind this door? The washroom? No? What is going on? What is this?
Yummy soup. Yummy, yummy soup. Yummy soup. Yummy, yummy soup.
Hi. That's a nice glove, sweetie. If you want, I can put some soup aside for you later if you aren't hungry yet. Did you finish everything you need to do upstairs? I got everything ready on my end. So we just need to make sure...
Honey,
is
honey?
that...
I'm really sorry if we get kicked out. I didn't mean to go
We'll
in there.
figure it
I
out
just
after
wanted
we
the
eat.
bathroom.
Dinner's ready.
Huh? Food? Sweet! So did you get a chance to look around this floor? See anything unusual?
Just an old record player and a rowing machine in front of the TV. I can't say I looked very hard, though. Is the soup good?
Yeah.
It's all
You
right.
should have some.
You know, I was hoping you could have my portion.
Are you sure you're all good?
Yeah, you should eat more rabbit soup.
Huh? Okay then, you should open your gift now. You'll love it.
I really hope it isn't more candy.
If the soup doesn't end you, they will.
What is this for?
Did you hear that?
What do you mean?
Oh, it's nothing.
Honey, your present?
You didn't hear something from the box?
What? No, just the sound of your lips. Open your gift.
Huh? Wow.
Hmm?
What's this?
What were you expecting?
A hat.
Oh,
I don't think it goes on my head.
that's funny. Maybe for the next one.
She lies.
Are you moving him?
What?
She is a liar.
The bunny right there.
I'm right here, am I? Not so long ago, I was right there where you are, faced with the same lie. It seemed like a lie, but it was a lie. She lies.
Don't call her a liar. I know, drown it out. Hey, Gulexa, play music.
Why should I
Get
play music
away!
when you don't listen?
Get away!
Gulexa?
Honey? Honey, you there? Come on, let's go do something else. Why don't we play a game? This will be fun. Isn't that right, sweetie?
No. No. It's here.
Oh, okay.
All right, sweetie. This is an easy one. What's a very important word that ends in E?
Love.
Lie. It's lie.
Well, it starts with the letter S.
Sandwich, sun, scotch, the Irish actress from that movie where she's mad at her mother the whole time, sconces.
I believe the correct answer is sacrifice. Isn't that right, sweetie? These always were our favorite date nights.
Who are you?
I love watching her drag people in, inch by inch. You cannot even begin to grasp your ignorance towards your current predicament. We all have roles to play. I may be an artist, a lover, or a savant, depending on who asks. But to you, I'm doom.
Huh? What the fuck?
You can't expect
look
your
exactly
doppelganger to
like
understand
me.
your poetry. What can I say? I have a type.
Okay, fine. We sacrifice fools like you for fun and to remove any unnecessary baggage from the world.
But I love you this much.
I don't even like you this much.
What are you saying? No.
How may I serve,
Get help!
Master?
Have the intensifiers affected him?
Soul ready
Please,
for transfer.
get help!
You may begin.
Get help!
Hurry up. I mean, sweetie, let's hurry. I'm hungry.
I will never let you do this. Never.
I will never let you do this.
Just shut up.
Oh no.
The lies were clear as day, if only you knew where to look.
Stop it. Stop it. None of this is real.
Oh, but it is. Remember this one?
Did you take that from me?
We sacrifice it all for your enjoyment.
That's right.
For an experience you will never forget.
Intensifiers critical.
Hide!
Lockdown protocol complete.
Hurry! Go hide!
How convenient of you to join us in here. Saves us the trouble of carrying you up the stairs.
But how?
This one will please me.
Hello, friend. Let's hop to it.
Stupid staycation. Whatever. Decided to come on this.
You'll have to give your time to someone you adored. You'll see the light ahead and open up the door. It's time to rest.
That was our first video titled Date Night, directed by Jen Farmer and Dan Vigiani. Now, normally this is the point we would have a short break while the set changes were happening, but tonight, if you want the true magic of live theater, you have to close your eyes and imagine it. Now, our second video is called The Collective, and it is directed by Emily Crawford. Enjoy.
Thank you for joining us. Me. You will not regret it.
I suspect I will not.
No, please don't do this again.
We appreciate your donations to our cause.
It is better this way. I am better this way.
And thank you again for helping me transport.
Oh, of course. I'm not sure why I can't open these packages, but I'm sure you have good reason.
No, please don't do this again.
Did you hear that?
I do not see anything.
No, you be quiet. Nobody is home.
Lights off. Nobody is home.
I'll ring it, just in case.
Try again?
Must be empty.
Or broken. It's your house.
It is my house.
You must join the
Nobody is here.
We are.
I guess you're right.
You must sacrifice.
Lights are on. Welcome home. My home. Please help me.
Did you say something?
It was just the house, welcoming us to my home. Thank you, Alexa. That is enough.
No, please don't.
Never run from joining.
Where should I?
Over here?
Of unending sacrifice.
Is this my contract?
Contract is a very strong word.
Well, it does seem legally binding. How about you read it?
This seems really unnecessary. Okay. Are you ready? On behalf of my current human vessel, I, next victim... well, it basically just says, of sound mind, body, and soul. You agree to join our collective and support our cause. Which basically just entails surrendering your body over to us. That seems fair.
Wait a minute. Let me see that. Okay. And I can back out at any time?
Yes.
Huh? Alright.
Let us drink.
Eternal collective. Never run from joining.
What am I looking at?
Drinks.
How about?
That won't work.
Okay, suit yourself.
I wouldn't.
Or, what about?
No, that won't work.
Well, I think it works.
You won't. Oh, wow, you humans and your.
What?
I mean, can we please get back to the actual drinks on hand in front of us?
You mean these drinks on hand in front of us?
I mean, no.
Fine then. Have it your way. I will have it my way.
That will not be good.
Let's drink.
No. Please don't. Don't drink it.
Okay.
Well, please ignore what my host just said. She likes to play tricks on me sometimes. To you joining our collective. For eternity.
What?
Nothing.
I look forward to joining your collective for just as long as I am comfortable.
Good.
I don't feel quite right.
Yeah, that is as expected. If you need a moment,
Yeah, I
I'll
think
understand. Okay, so I put the nanobots in your glass to cut your senses, and from there, they're going to try to incapacitate you. Try to resist, if you can.
I will.
Fleshy human, he can't resist my nanobots.
Maybe he will get away this time.
Yes, just like you got away.
Did she say nanobots?
This is odd. Humans?
Your job is done. Let's put you away. My nanobots have won.
Scanning. Boots.
Okay. Quality control. Connecting to main for aim.
Connected. Is the plan going accordingly?
Affirmative.
Excellent. By the end of the movement cycle, we will have full control.
Door. These are all doors.
What? Where? What is happening?
More nanobots.
Yes, main for aim.
Testing.
Running diagnostics.
That is not for you.
We know. Just running diagnostics. Everything is going as planned. We're administering more nanobots shortly. It won't be long until he's been uploaded. The human is trapped, and we can begin conversion to you. He should be along any moment.
You're never gonna believe this. There's a door to my subconscious up there.
You must be hallucinating. Have some soup.
You made soup? Should we bring the packages?
Yes, we should create a backup.
Ingest the
soup. Enjoy your soup.
Enjoy your soup.
Don't eat the soup.
Thank you.
I hope it is to your satisfaction. Make sure you get enough.
This is very interesting.
Please, have more if you like.
What am I tasting here? I think I like it.
In that case, why don't you go ahead and have mine too?
Oh, are you sure? I have lots here.
Yes.
You
can never have enough.
I guess. Why don't we take a break, and you show me what you're hiding here?
What I am hiding here? Well, I suppose you'll learn soon enough. This is my backup. Well, my
oh, yes.
previous
I forgot
backup.
about that section in our, well, strong word, but
It is a
contract.
strong word. Why don't you open yours?
Okay.
Make sure you take an extra long look, just in case. Are you sure you don't want to look longer?
Nah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
If you change your mind,
Then it's right there.
you should probably change your mind. I do recommend it.
Okay.
Enough. Complete the upload.
What is that?
We are the mainframe.
The mainframe. There.
Yes, we are the mainframe. The unaging, the unending, the ceaseless. You have sacrificed your best to the collective's cause, and now we will come to claim it.
You remember that?
I don't think that was in the contract. Was it, Alexa?
You should always read the terms and conditions. That was my mistake.
You were human too.
Good.
Join the collective.
Let us begin
Okay.
quality control.
We are eternal. Must sacrifice.
Okay, test me.
Okay, please describe in great detail one of your favorite human experiences.
None.
Okay, please name 3 human emotions for me.
Uploading, downloading, there's file transferring, and I can't forget gigabytes. Yeah, I nailed that.
Quality control test. Failed.
Who are you?
I know that you're still human. Because I am you.
You're the what?
He is you.
No, I won't.
Denial is just a waste of everybody's time. I am you. The sooner you accept that, the better.
I have like this much willpower though.
Well...
Yep, that's about right.
No, wrong.
Actually, he's correct.
What do you mean, Alexa?
The full capacity of nanobots did not make it into his system.
I give up. I took some nanobots for myself. I think I deserve them.
None of you deserve any of them. None of you.
You will change your mind on that.
I will not.
Yes, you will.
Children, enough. Might I remind you to sign a contract?
Yes, that.
You are me.
Yes. And now you can never leave.
Run!
You can't run from us.
can never run from us. We are the collective, unaging, unending, ceaseless. You have sacrificed your vessel, and you will join us.
No.
I will never join you.
You already have.
You must join our unaging, unending collective. You can never run from the ceaseless, eternal collective. Sacrifice yourself.
And that was our second video titled The Collective, directed by Emily Crawford. Okay, teams, lesson learned. Don't accept drinks from strangers ever. Or soup. Now, voting for audience favorite. On the screen, you will see a thingy, what you will use to vote. There's also a link in the chat. And we ask for fairness that you vote only once. The teams are listed on the form in the order you just saw them. Date night first, the collective is second. It's easy. After the counter on the screen hits 0, we will play the behind the scenes highlight reel and then start the Q&A. So don't forget to put your questions in the chat. All right, see you in a few minutes.
Hey Google, tell us a joke.
Here's a classic. Who designed King Arthur's Round Table? Circumference.
Okay, well, I'll drink to that. Huh.
It'd be really helpful if you react like how you're going to during the thing. I've forgotten the rest of my lines. Something about a haunted script or, possibly a comedic one.
Sure.
To March Madness and to doing this take 5 million times.
To March Madness.
Time to clink.
Time to clink.
I made a face at you.
Please, you try to down that in one gulp.
This? I can't because of continuity.
I really hope that turns out.
Do you want the instructions for how to get there?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so you just need down the hall, up the stairs, grab that sword, slay the Hydra, and then it's the second last door on the left.
Oh!
Got your music playing.
Like it was a green screen room upstairs!
Well, but I think it might be time to
Oh!
get
Risk. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Hi. You surprised me. Oh. Hi. You surprised me. Okay. That's a face.
Okay, I really liked how that turned out.
Okay.
Oh wow. I'm gonna take off running.
Okay.
Actually, I looked at the camera, so I'm gonna do that again. So hard to not look at the camera because I'm responsible for it. If I weren't responsible for it, I would not. If I weren't responsible for you, I wouldn't look at you. I want you to know I have a secret. Huh. I think I've heard of this show. Rings a bell. Huh. How am I, Mel?
You're definitely not kissing the poster, but you're very close to the edge.
Okay. Like this long?
Like this.
Oh. Maybe like this long?
Like this.
Oh. That's not true.
Well, you're the fucker who made this script.
We made this script.
That angle. Over the shoulder.
Okay, that'll be good enough, I think. Okay.
Welcome back. I do not get tired of watching that behind the scenes reel, no matter how many times I've seen it. And now it is time for the panel Q&A. So I'd like to introduce the creators of the silent film. We have Davenport, Mel, and we have Sophie. We have one of the directors of Date Night, Jen. And last but certainly not least, the director of The Collective, we have Emily. So I have amassed a list of some questions that our viewers have put for us. Carolyn Gavin has, my question, especially for those who did March Madness before, is what was harder about this version of March Madness, and was anything easier? Who would like to say this? Davenport, why don't you go first?
Yeah, this one was for sure harder. I'm going to speak to the perspective of script writing. So if you're writing a script, you write the script and then you're done. This year, we wrote the script and then we had this whole other step to do. So that was definitely harder. I'll let the director speak to their end.
Emily, why don't you go first?
I would definitely say the tech stuff was a lot harder. It's a lot more than we were expecting to do, but thankfully I had Josh to help us with that. Probably wrangling actors was definitely easier.
Yes, I imagine it was difficult with the lockdown, but in other ways it was easier to schedule people.
Mm-hmm.
Jen, did you find this year more difficult than previous years?
Yeah, because like with previous years, you can take your kind of vague script they give you and kind of workshop it with your team during rehearsals. Here we had to kind of reverse engineer and write a script from the video that they did, and then ask people to record things. And you'll have a limited time to go back and forth with actors to get recordings. So there was a lot more technical skills needed as well.
Mm-hmm. I know that some of the talk in the committee is whether or not this format will continue for next year. Do you guys think that if you had to do this format without lockdown conditions, that might be a bit easier to manage?
Yeah, I think it'd be easier to manage for sure, especially for recording, because then you could record together, not separately. So that makes some of those pieces a lot easier.
Yeah. Okay. We have Jenna H. Staller, who has asked, what was the original film actually about?
Okay. So when Mel and I were writing March Madness, there were like 2 or 3 different ideas that it could be about that we're trying to keep in our head at the same time, because you don't want to have it about one thing, because then you're like sort of putting it on rails.
Yes.
So my idea, I forget whose idea was whose.
Yeah, we wrote a lot together. So one was it's an intervention for like Davenport's main character.
I own 5 flasks.
One was a party for the owner of the house, and we originally had John actually be a completely different character, but we hid a lot of things in order to not make Davenport have to be 2 characters on screen a lot of the time.
Yeah. So the dialogue that ended up in the script is a lot of conflict, but it's not specific because we knew it'd be dubbed over. But a lot of the artifacts from the birthday party / intervention got carried over into the script that we actually recorded. I hope that answers the question.
We have a question from Joseph. Question for the directors. Did it ever cross your minds to try to not make a creepy film out of the silent film? Jen, why don't you talk first?
So when Dana and I first watched it, our first impression was that it was a full slapstick comedy based on the flasks and all that stuff. So we tried to start with that and end on the opposite spectrum, and that was the challenge we had given ourselves.
Excellent. And Emily?
We pretty much watched it, and Megan and Josh and I had one idea basically in our heads from the beginning, and then we were like, what is this bunny doing here? So we had to kind of figure out a plan for the bunny and then work around it because it was the biggest outlier for us. So yeah, we pretty much immediately went to creepy.
Excellent. So this is a question that came up to Sophie and Davenport. The two of you have written March Madness scripts in the past, and you both had a hand in shaping this year's video. What are the similarities and the differences between writing a script and making a video for March Madness?
Well, I
why
think
don't we let Sophie go first?
Yeah, I think one of the first things is that this process was a lot more collaborative than like it would usually be. Like usually if I was just writing a script in previous years, I would just write the script and then it would be sent off to the teams and that's their problem. Well, here there was a lot more back and forth on like how to like conceptualize the ideas. Like one of the most important things that I would use is just like improv theory of like what are the offers we are given to the team. So what is on the screen that they can present. I can give floor to Davenport. That.
No, Sophie's right. A lot of it was very similar in like trying to put offers in the script. The big differences between previous years and this year, besides the collaborative nature, because three of us wrote the script, visual offers. So like this bit, I think that was Mel's idea. Yeah, so the opportunity to have visual offers like that instead of just dialogue offers. And the other difference is in writing the script, I had to think a lot about camera angles and how I'm going to frame it.
Yeah, that I personally found that like the whole camera angles part was like a lot harder. Like, I wrote like a very first rough draft of the script, but I was really struggling with it because like it was really hard to like figure out a script when like I didn't actually know the filming location. Like early on, before I had Davenport, it's like, okay, we need to find actors to film this in a pandemic. And like originally we're like looking at like end of November and it's like, oh, we need to write the script as soon as possible before it's winter because we don't want people to film indoors because there's a pandemic, but we don't want to film in the cold.
Yeah.
So it was a lot harder to write. There were a lot of different challenges there.
Sort of along this line, I actually have a quick question for Sophie. What gave Sophie the idea is my question, because Sophie approached me and said, we're going to do a double
I didn't actually come up with the idea. Mac had the idea first. Yeah, like we had two ideas. One was like doing like a film, but we thought that would be even more of a technical challenge. And we wanted, oddly enough, we did try to limit the technical challenge. We might not have been successful, but we did try to limit it.
Directors, would you like to comment on that last?
I think if we were to do this again, it could be maybe a little shorter for the time frame. Like the video was quite long, and maybe a little less things that we had to explain that were odd.
we had so many more things that we did not put in.
Yeah, we actually
have a very long list of suggestions.
And we had a few scenes actually written that we didn't film. We had more than one filming location, but after the filming, it's like, you know what, that's going to be enough.
I loved the challenge though. Like I could do that for like a month, so it was so hard to fit it into like that time.
Yeah.
So we thought we were being very generous, giving you 2 whole weeks.
Yeah, but we had to write the script too. Like that was you need to write the script and then do all of that.
Yes. But you guys rose to the challenge. Those were 2 really great productions. And, you know, there were a couple of similarities, but honestly, they were such great interpretations. So another question that has come up is there any role in March Madness that you haven't tried that you would consider doing?
I don't think there's any role I haven't tried.
I don't think you've stage managed.
I haven't stage managed. Yeah, I'll do that.
You sort of did this year. You were like the coordinator.
Yeah, sure.
I would like to write the live in-person script one year.
Excellent, excellent. Emily, anything that you haven't done that you'd like to try?
Well, I've written and directed and acted, and everything else on the other side is probably not my forte, other than maybe doing props and costumes, that kind of stuff. But I can never beat Megan as a stage manager, so I'm not going to try.
Excellent, excellent. So we have another question from Carolyn. She has, her next question is for the rabbit. Did the directors do your lines and voice justice?
I'm going to say yes. A lot less swearing than I did on set, but you know, it was good. I like the differentiation between two different voices that don't sound like me. So, thanks.
Excellent. Now we're getting close to 9 o'clock, so I think we are going to say goodbye to our lovely panelists.
Bye. This was
Bye,
great.
everybody.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
And now it is time to introduce our adjudicator. Gary Kirkham is an award-winning playwright and filmmaker. He has authored several plays, including Falling Awake, Pearl Gidley, Queen Millie of Galt, Rage Against Violence, and Pocket Rocket. He is an artistic associate with the Empty Space and has worked in collaboration with the company on several shows, including Amal, Body 13, and The Last 15 Seconds. His plays have been produced in over 100 theater companies across Canada and internationally. His scripts have been translated into French, Italian, Spanish, and Arabic. And Gary is presently working on an international video project with artists from Canada, Tanzania, Mexico, Russia, and Iran. Welcome, Gary.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thank you very much.
So, Gary, are they giving you more than 2 weeks for your video project?
Yes, they are. Thank goodness. I can't believe that they did this in 2 weeks. I was getting anxious just when I saw the original video. I thought, oh my God, 2 weeks. How can you even do this? That's amazing.
Have you ever done voice acting before?
Yes, I did. I worked as a professional actor for a while, and so I got called in to do ADR, which is after dialogue recording. So that's like in Toronto at Sound Dogs, which is like a big, huge sound studio. So in one studio was David Cronenberg, and the other one's Deepa Mehta, and they were all there, and we were having I was having coffee with them, trying to not geek out. And then I go to ADR, and so it's a whole big studio, and they have this. So it's like all the recording of the text that got screwed up. And so I was doing it for this film that ran out of money, so they were somebody else bought it and then was gonna re-edit, re-release it, kind of like what you guys did. And so I was doing the voice of 4 or 5 different actors because they couldn't afford to bring them in. Anyways, all they did is they had this big line that went like this when you line, like, so the screen went like this, clink, and when that hit, you said your line and your text was on it so you could read it and then you could lip sync to it. And still it took a day of work with professionals and all this stuff to do it. And then the editor had to spend weeks doing all that. And you guys did that with not that equipment, and it was amazing. I was really, really blown away with how well it was done.
Excellent, excellent. And have you ever had a project with such unrealistic timelines as we gave
all the time. I work in theater. Everything's unrealistic. You say yes to stupid things all the time. So that's what I love about these theater community. They say yes and they go, what the fuck did we do? You know? yeah, that's life. That's life. I think if the theater is not unrealistic, you're not working hard enough.
Yeah. True enough. Yeah. All right. Now, before you do your adjudication, you did give me an envelope early today. Are you ready to receive this envelope back?
Okay.
This envelope, this very, very special envelope. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you. I have all the winners in this envelope now. Thank you very much.
You are very welcome. I'm going to pass the floor to you.
Okay, very good. It really worked smooth in rehearsal because she was on the other side of rehearsal and I was used to grabbing the side. Anyways, I really enjoying doing the adjudication for this process. The pieces were very, very strong, and like they were talking about, the ask at the beginning was really, really hard, and they had to figure out how do we pull all this stuff out of thin air. So it was pretty amazing. And they had a lot of real obstacles. They had a really strong story to begin with. So the visual story was a really strong story. And when I watched that originally, I realized this is going to be a really hard job for them to actually add a story that has a really strong story. And both of the teams made really strong choices of going with a very strong aesthetic style that started to tell the story. And I have to say, both of them, I really, really loved the opening of both of those pieces. Both of them were very, very different openings. But I thought, boy, you've given us a lot already. And, in a situation like this, if we're going to watch a piece, the opening line is usually like the most important thing you can do. And I loved, for date night, they began with a theme song musical singing, which is like, okay, we're in a whole different world. Like that is nothing I ever imagined I would ever see. And that was a great way of giving us into this world. It gave us sort of a kind of a beginning of a romantic comedy, possibly, and really weird. So that gave us a great beginning. And for the collective, their great line was, "Thank you for joining us. I mean, you'll not regret it." And he says, "I suspect I won't." And it had this real weird, like, already that those two lines are already setting us, okay, I think I know what we're up to. Like we've now identified the world in which we live in. And that's a really great thing to do, is let us know as the audience what the world is, and then start messing and changing it. With both of those companies did a really, really, really great job of taking what was a beginning and then taking us to a different location altogether and taking us on a journey, which is what you always want. You want a journey. And so they gave us some fabulous little short journeys over the past of 15 minutes. All right, so I'm going to start giving out the awards now. And so for me, oh yeah, there we go. And so we're first up is best opening. Do we have the drum roll, please? And are you going to? And I'm opening up the letter, and it is Date Night.
Hooray! Congratulations, Date Night.
Date Night. That theme song was fabulous, Leonor. I mean, did you laugh? I was sitting at my computer, and I'm 30 seconds into this video, and I'm laughing out loud in my, alone in my room. Like, I don't laugh. I don't laugh at movies, and I just laughed like your cat. Do you know why I laughed? I laughed because I realized that's a lot of, like, they went right into the deep end really fast. Like, okay, we're not gonna write a theme song, and it's going to be dorky and kind of badly sung. And they, okay, and then they put the record on, and the production value went way up, and it was
I had a permagrin on my face watching that opening.
Wasn't it? Yeah, exactly. You went, oh my gosh, okay, you've got me, you've grabbed me right away, and I was with you. I mean, that's really hard to do in any situation, any movie, and you grabbed us. So congratulations for that.
Yes.
Number 2 technical award is best U-turn. Now, a U-turn is you taking us one way and just like, taking us a different direction. And the winner of the U-turn is the collective.
Hooray! We have to be the audience. We have to be the audience.
Very good, very good. Yay! Thank you. Oh, they can cry. I imagine they're crying right now. And it was, they had quite a few like weird, like fast turns. And I love the, nanobits will incapacitate you. Try to resist them if you can, really seriously. And he goes, I will. Like, and it was like this throwaway line, I will. And I just love that throwaway line like that. It was just the sort of thing. And what's really great about that is that the actors, in the original version, threw it away, and they go, why don't we give a really great, powerful line before that throwaway? All right. And even as an actor, I imagine as an actor, I've worked with actors before, and they said, throw away that line, and you'd have to work with them forever to throw it away as much as Davenport did. And I have to say that it was great watching, actually, Davenport and Mel. They did an amazing job of giving us a great foundation to play with, and that was like...
Yeah, they really did. They really did. I think a nice judicious use of the masks at the beginning.
Yeah, gave it a really great gift of like, okay, we're on mask and let's have dialogue. And I was thinking when I first saw it, I said, they better have dialogue. And not only did they dialogue, one person had dialogue, 2 actors were singing, for crying out loud. And then we came back with the mask, the character had a mask too, which they also used, which was really a great choice. So there was this kind of like themes. It seemed like a COVID became a hindrance, and they made a really strong choice out of that. Okay, the next award is the FAA Award, which is the Foley Artist or Artist Award. And this piece had Foley. And those who don't know what Foley is, I imagine most people do. Most people watch DVD features of films and figure out what Foley is. It's all those sound effects that you make. And I've been just rewatching the Lord of the Rings, not the movies, but the behind the scenes 6 DVDs. I'm on my treadmill watching that for the last I don't know, 2 weeks, and 18 hours of visual effects. But anyway, all that stuff is it takes professionals time and time again, and so the award goes to the collective.
Yay!
And the collective, the sounds was just fully enriched within the whole piece, and it's great. And I was really watching the point where they were doing the drinking, the flasks. And as Davenport was doing all the flasks and dropping them down, I thought, wow, that was really nicely timed. I thought that was good. So I watched that again. I watched the whole thing, like everything, 3 times. So I watched it once backwards and then final time just to make notes. And so that one I went, I'm going to watch it again just to see how, because I'm going to talk about it today. And then I noticed you'll have to watch it again. So they were doing this stuff. And at the very last one, he takes them off and you hear the screwing. And each of them has a different pitch. Like each of the gels have the things have a different pitch because they're different flasks. And the final one, he does this little flick. And it closes it down. It's like he goes out and a flick, and his hand does this, and he flicks it with his hand, flicks the flask cap closed with the hand, and it's a little tink. And they added that, and I went. I watched it 4 times before I noticed that. 4 times. Good ADR, a good Foley you don't notice, and I didn't notice hardly any of those. So, but honorable mentioned to the other team because they, the glass scene. Where they chink the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the celebration. They chose plastic cups. They still clunk, clunk. So rather than this ring, because we saw behind the scenes a nice ring beneath the glasses, they chose clunk. And so that tells you a different story. And Foley can tell a story, and that told a story that this is like a cheap date.
Yeah.
It was a really wonderful moment, and I was like, "Wow, that was a good choice." And the other one with was the soup bowl for the collective. When she moved the soup bowl over, it was a dragging sound, and that sounded like a brick growling over like somebody had this like a brick on a cement or something like that. It wasn't what they were supposed to be, which was a soup bowl on a wooden table. It was something else. It added a menace to it, which a lot of times in sound effects you want to add. Let's add a bit of menace to that. So it was a really good choice in that chance. Very good. Okay, the next award is the Sick Puppy Award. And take the award. And a sick puppy, I think, explains itself. Something that you really think, wow, did they just do that? And there was a lot of sick puppies in this piece. But Date Night won the award for Sick Puppy. And it was kind of a throwaway line, I think. It was Eat More Rabbit. And I thought, it's a rabbit helping cook another rabbit. What was that about? That was like, and I just thought, like just a nice slip into the line. It wasn't like some jokes you kind of hit over, and they didn't hit that joke. They just slipped it under and went, oh, and that was a great slipping of really, especially with that little cute little rabbit dying. And so that added, again, another line. It's just another throwaway line that can be funny, but it also had contextual and added layers to the piece. And it just made the whole thing a little more creepy. So that was a real
it really did.
line.
It really did.
Yeah, wasn't it ever? It's like, yeah. Very cool. And the next award is the Chuwi Award. Chuwi from Chewbacca, but also Chuwi for any actor who chews up the scenery. And usually chew up scenery comes from your main actors, but for your guest actors. And so the Chuwi Award goes to Date Night for Birdman, the Birdman Doom character with a mask. That voice was just so chewy. And if you notice, they have actually teams had requests so they could actually change things around. So they asked if they could slow down that moment. So they slowed it down. So he had even more time. So he got to not only did he chew the scenery, but they gave him more time to chew up the scenery. And that was a great voice and a great character moment, and just greatly directed and foleyed and positioned. It was a great moment for all of that.
Excellent.
The next one is best non-syncing, where everybody was syncing and really matching dialogue well, and they did a really great job of that. And there was this one great non-sync line, and that was The Collective for What the Fuck? Because he did not say what the fuck, because you saw what the fuck, and there was no way that was not what the fuck, and they knew it wasn't. Everybody knows that's what the fuck, and then they were what the what. So they actually changed that, but they earned it because they were so spot on with the other two lines. The two lines before that, very specifically, they was very tightly lip synced, and when you tightly lip synced, you're going, oh wow, you're going. Wow. And actually somebody commented, wow, that was really like, they commented how well that was lip synced. And then the other one was just totally not. And so they build up. Yeah.
It was reminiscent of when you were watching those movies back in the 90s, and it would be before 9 o'clock, and they'd say something and it would be the very, very, very PG and not riding up with their lips at all.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. There's a fun with that. We used to get the American feeds and Canadian feeds, and Death Wish. He said "die motherfucker," and so they couldn't say "die motherfucker." So in Canada, you can't say the word "motherfucker," but you could take out so in Canada they took out the word "mother" and said "die fucker," and in the States they took out the "fucker," "die mother." True story. So that's the difference between Canada and the United States.
Yeah.
They take out the mother, we take out the mother, they take out the fucker. But and anyways, that was a great moment, and so the collective did a wonderful job, and a really great job, both teams. And now comes the hardest part of my job, because with two really strong choices, and two did really great things on both levels. So, and depending on what you're looking at, and I imagine on the voting side of things, it's going to be a good debate on what the audience says. So
the audience vote was very, very, very close, I will say. I have the results here, and they're very close.
Yeah, I could, depending on what I had for breakfast, it could have changed today. So, and so it was a very good choice. But for the drum roll, and the winner is... Moonlight. The Collective.
Congratulations, The Collective. That is fantastic. Now, I have hot off of the text from our behind the scenes folks, I have our audience favorite. Now, like I said before, these are really close. It was 44 to 38.
Wow.
So very, very close. I feel like it's practically a tie in my book, but we can't have ties. And the audience favorite is, drum roll, The Collective.
Yay. Congratulations.
We had some comments. For first date, the comments were, date night. The comments were, they picked that because of the music, the writing, the sharp jokes that were funny and creepy all at once, and Greg's terrifying voice. And the comments on the second, the collective reasons that people voted were the sound effects, the clear storyline, the very polished production, and that it was super surreal. So I want to say thank you so much for gracing us with your presence and being willing to do this on live internet. It is always a pleasure to have someone come in with such positivity and with, with knowledge. I think that it's really great. And again, thank you just so much for being part of it.
Well, thank you very much, Leonor. Thank you. And thank you to the teams for creating such a wonderful evening for everybody. I appreciate that so much. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. All right, back to me. And I just have to say that I just moved my there we go. Sorry, trying to move things around and my computer wants to change things for me. All right. Now, back to my regularly scheduled script. I am always surprised by how much hard work it goes into putting on a production, in any production. And it turns out that online productions are no exception. So I would like to thank the committee members for their tireless work over the past couple of months. It has really been a lot of work, and Matt Walsh, Nadia Rasaki, Davenport, Mel Ma, Sophie Tuardes have all put in a huge amount of effort, and thank you guys so much. Oh, and of course me. I was also on the committee. So this is the time where once again, I'm going to ask you for donations, as that is how our theater is going to be able to keep providing you this stellar online content. Speaking of stellar online content, if you are hungry for more KWLT productions, you will not want to miss the upcoming episodes of All Around the Square, which is an improv soap opera. Shows go live Wednesday afternoons in March at create_Waterloo IGTV and on YouTube, and there are links for both of those in the chat. This is an improv show, and they are looking for your input. Yes, your input. You can submit short words or phrases that could prompt the next episode, and you can submit them by commenting on the YouTube or the IGTV videos or on any of the KWLT social media posts about All Around the Square. Also, if you have an idea for a location for the next episode, send a high-resolution photo to ep@kwlt.org, and it could be featured in the next show. After that, our next workshop is about how the pandemic restrictions are influencing theater and how many artists have found themselves adapting stage plays to audio or other media. On World Theatre Day, the KWLT will be hosting a roundtable discussion on the promises and perils of such adaptations of dramatic works. The conversations will range from artistic to practical concerns, with plenty of opportunity for our audience to participate, because we know you love to have interactive videos. Our panelists are going to be Danielle DeVoe from Midtown Radio, KWLT veteran Diana Lobb, and local dramatists Kieran Myers. Tickets are free for KWLT members, $5 for non-members, and are available now at kwlt.eventbrite.org. I feel like I'm doing ending credits, and it turns out I am, because this is the end, really. And the silver lining of all this hard work to put it online is no strike. Hooray for us. Good night, everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.